Alright, so today was the big day. As you guys know, Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War's multiplayer finally got revealed. As you guys can see in the background, we got some alpha gameplay, early alpha gameplay of Black Ops Cold War. Shout out to my man KARNAGE, a teammate of mine. If you guys didn't know, I am in KARNAGE Clan, and he gave me permission to use this gameplay for you guys to watch in today's video. So link to his channel will be in the description. Pretty much today I'm just going to be doing a classic little sit back commentary, giving my thoughts on the game. Kicking it off, as you guys can see in the background, we got some 4K footage. If you guys didn't know, you can go to the little quality option on YouTube, and this gameplay that you're watching is in 4K HD, the crispiest, I wouldn't say the crispiest we can get on YouTube, but one of the highest qualities we can get. Is Domination gameplay on the map Miami, and this was actually part of leaked gameplay that we saw probably like a couple days ago. This is the same map. If you guys seen that, it's a nighttime map, something we haven't seen pretty much in a while. I don't even think in Modern Warfare we had one like actual night map. I guess the night vision mode, I don't really think that counts, but like an actual nighttime map, you guys know what I'm talking about. It has some plaza slash raid type of vibes. It's a 3-lane map, and it looks like a good map for 6v6 from what I can tell from this gameplay, and maybe 9v9, 10v10 if they have that. But I definitely think you can fit a couple more people in this map just to make it a little bit more action-packed. And it seems like the AK-74U was like the best weapon in this alpha build of the game, but just recently on Twitter, one of the devs said that they actually did some weapon tuning, so the AK-74U is not going to be this crazy when it comes to the beta when that drops on October 8th. So the Scorestreaks he was using was the spy plane, which is pretty much the UAV if you guys are not familiar. He has the artillery strike and the attack chopper as well, which he gets towards the end. And since we're already talking about Scorestreaks, the first negative that I have that I wouldn't say negative because I haven't played the game obviously yet, but the first thing I'm concerned about, especially when it comes to me playing the beta in the future and maybe the full game, is that your score towards your score streak does not reset upon death, which defeats the purpose of it being called a score streak entirely, because you're not going on a streak. If you die, you can still get your streak, but you might as well call it score equipment. But I don't know, man. I don't know what made them want to do this, but apparently it's like a lesser version of requisitions from World War II, like a way lesser version from what the people who played the game have actually said. So like if you can't just go like 6 and like 30 and supposedly get a chopper gunner. So I don't know, we'll see how that plays out, like I said, and if they tweak it by the time we get the game, or if that'll even be a thing by the time we get to play the game in the beta or the full game. But continuing on with the score streaks, you can actually loop your score streaks unlike Modern Warfare, but the difference is in this game with the looping, it's not like how regular looping of kill streaks is, or I guess score streaks in this case. There's a 90-second cooldown in between getting a streak again, or a score equipment again, in which I'm going to call it for this video because it's not really a streak, but I'm not going to go into too much of a rant, honestly. We'll see. It's a 90-second cooldown, so if you get like one UAV, you have to wait 90 seconds on that current streak that you're on, or just in general to get another spy plane, because like I said, you don't have to go on a streak in this game really to get your actual streaks, if that makes any sense. To come back with another positive, because that was, it was a little shaky right there. To come back with another positive for this game, I like the colors in this game. Definitely a 180 of Modern Warfare, because Modern Warfare, as you guys know, it's just a dull game, man. Like, I like saturation in my games. You guys always ask me in the comment section, how do I have my Modern Warfare look like that? I turn my saturation up on my recording device. It has nothing to do with my color settings in game, and that's why my Modern Warfare looks probably different than yours. Just because I cannot handle having like bland colors, it just puts me to sleep. But on this game I might have to turn those settings down, because it looks like default the saturation is pretty good. Classic Treyarch type of vibes with that sort of thing. And since we're already at the positives, I might as well list the rest of them. The guns look good from what I've seen. AK-74U, MP5, Commando, Galil. I'm trying to think of other ones. AK-47, the snipers even. I like all of those really so far from what I've seen. The shotguns are secondaries, which is kind of concerning. There's a Spaz 12, what looks pretty cool, but I don't know. We'll see how the shotguns work and how people, abuse them in this game. The time to kill is confirmed to be a little bit faster than BO4, which is a good balance from what it looks like I've seen in the gameplay. Like I said, I can only judge this from what I can see. Classic minimap is back though, which is good. So when somebody shoots, you'll actually see the red dot on the minimap, which was something that I still don't understand why they kept in Modern Warfare to make it more difficult. And speaking of Modern Warfare again, you can actually edit your class in-game just like you were able to do on that game, which was a cool feature that they did in Modern Warfare. You can't be completely negative about that game. They did have some pretty good features, like the gunsmith is also back in this game as well to provide some more in-depth customization with your weapons. The movement in this game, it looks like a little toned down version of BO4, but I might be wrong. I don't know. Like I said, the movement is like a big thing in terms of like how it feels when you're playing. So from what it looks like a toned down slower little version of BO4, but we'll see. Sound design is really good in this game. The headshot sound though is fire for sure, and that's been a trend in like the latest Call of Duties. Like Modern Warfare had a fire headshot sound, World War II had a really good headshot sound. Just the sound design is good. That's all you guys, I mean, you guys can hear it for yourself, obviously in the gameplay. I like the sound of the weapons, everything really. And then another thing, a good portion of the maps they showed in this reveal were like big sized maps for like 12v12, and I like the map design and idea of these big scale maps, but I just wish they like kept it to like small and medium design, if you know what I mean. Like their ideas are great and the way it's kind of laid out is great, but they just need to, it doesn't need to be that much space on the map, man, especially if it's only going to be for 12v12, which I still feel like, especially on that ship map. There's like a map with 3 ships, 3 individual ships, plus vehicles you can take out into the ocean. Like that sounds fire on paper, but in terms of how people are going to play it and how I know people are going to play it, that just, I don't know, whatever. I just prefer small to medium sized maps, but that's just me. But I'm sure they'll have some small / medium sized maps in the actual full game. But they did show like 2 to 3 regular sized maps, and one of that being the gameplay that you're seeing right now, Miami. I like this map. It looks like a pretty decent map from what I can see. There's also a satellite map, which is like in the desert. That one looks like a medium-sized map. And then there's also a map called Moscow, which is also a medium-sized map. So those maps look decent. They're also a 3-lane design, I'm pretty sure, for all 3. So that's always great to see. But yeah, that's just a big thing for me because it's a part of the flow of the game, man. You can have the best movement ever, but if the maps don't correlate with the movement, because I did like the BO4 movement, and if it's a little bit slower than BO4, I'm kind of fine with that. But if the maps don't match that, then the flow of the game is messed up. But I don't know, we'll see. Now we're gonna finish off the commentary with like the hopes that I had for this game, some in which were fulfilled from seeing like this reveal, and some you have to wait for the full game to see. And I created this list like probably a month ago on like Twitter. If you guys don't follow me on Twitter, go check it out at the LoneWolfXP. But pretty much I hoped for fast-paced gameplay, which is a given just because I've been playing Call of Duty for so long and that's just what I'm used to. No doors, which is actually a surprise. There hasn't been any doors that I've seen in any of the gameplay I've seen that you can actually open and close in any of these maps. There's no mounting, which is amazing. Heavily reduced skill-based matchmaking or completely removed. We're gonna have to find out about that. Maybe in the beta. I don't know if they're gonna have that in the beta, but for sure in the full game, we'll see what the skill-based matchmaking is like, because I don't think they'll ever like completely remove it. Good maps is another thing that I hope for. We're gonna have to see more about that in the future. And I said fun over realism. I'm not really one to care too much about realism. In the first place, Call of Duty is an arcade shooter, so this is not where I go for a video game to have realism. So I don't know, I just want to have as much fun as possible, and I'll get more into that in my hopes in a minute. So I also want to have replayability, so this kind of ties into like consistent content, just, you know, having something to go for really. Prestiging would be good to see again. Just them listening to the community. Colors was something that was fulfilled in this reveal that I've seen. Pretty good colors on all the maps so far. I just want communication, you know, from the developers. That would be good just to know what to expect. Theater mode is something that was fulfilled as well. I saw that they did have that coming back, and that's been in every single Black Ops game so far, so that's just something that should be a given at this point. And not too many one-shot weapons is something that is on my list for a hope, just because Modern Warfare, like, they had marksman rifles which were one-shot, sniper rifles one-shot. I don't even know how long this commentary is, but I can go on and on about that. I don't want to sit here and talk all day about Modern Warfare, but map voting, I want that to come back. Regular matchmaking, so don't kick me out of pretty much every lobby. I want that to come back. wager matches from BO1 just to fulfill that type of vibe. More party game modes. They just need to have a whole playlist of that, honestly, just like the old school days. Balanced weapons. The weapons look, you know, kind of decently balanced from what I've seen. I mean, the AK-74U is going crazy. And I also wanted Dead Ops Arcade, which is zombies. They actually showed a sneak peek of the zombies at the end of the multiplayer reveal trailer, and it looks fire, bro. Good camos is something that I also hope for. Paint jobs, create an emblem, classic leaderboards, combat record, and equal focus on the content in multiplayer, Warzone, and zombies. Those are pretty much all my hopes for this Call of Duty. I'm gonna wrap it off here. I don't know if there's gameplay left in the background. I don't know how long I've been commentating for. I've just been kind of giving my thoughts on this game, so let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Drop a like on today's video if you did enjoy it. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are brand new. Also follow me on Twitch and Instagram at LoneWolfXP. I stream every single night over on Twitch. That's gonna wrap it off for me. Like I said, big shout out to Espresso for letting me use his gameplays for today's video. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys all in the next one. Peace.